Hey, how's it going? It's George Pierce here. This is Geometry Assignment 11. I don't know what your teacher is calling it or what I'm calling it, depending on what year it is, but you're probably in the right spot if you scan that QR code. Let's hit it. Math it up. Okay, so as you can see, this is a review of a bunch of our concepts from the last few weeks. We got some angles and measurement and perimeter and circles and triangles and Pythagorean and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So let's get to it. So the first three questions, or question 1, A, B, and C, you're going to need your trusty old protractor. I hope you have one at home. I was able to find this simple one online, and we are simply going to set it up with our baseline equal to 0. So we have our 0 line here, and that's a measure, and with our vertex right in the middle, baseline 0. So because we're reading this 0, we're going to go from the inside here over to our line, which is 170. So there's our circle, and this line goes right out to that 170. So I'm going to move this off to the side to the next one here. It's a little clunky, sorry. And then I'm going to zoom in, and I've remembered that this inside angle here is 170 degrees. And we're going to move on to that next one. So now this one, again, I'm going to line up my protractor with my 0 line right here. So here's my vertex, there's my 0 line, and then that's my angle right there. So it's going to be right at 25, that 25 mark there. That's my angle. So I'm going to zoom out and move my protractor over to the next question, and then draw my angle here. So this is going to be 25 degrees. Okay, last one. I'm going to go here. I'm going to set it up right here, and that's pretty close there, right there. All right, so here's my 0 line, and there's my angle right at 40 degrees there. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say, done. I'm done with you. Bye-bye. This will be 40 degrees. So I've measured all those angles. That's that first step. Moving on to our question 2A. So this one is find the missing angle. And if you recall, the sum of the angles within a triangle is going to be 180 degrees total. So you're simply going to go 180 subtract 32, and then subtract 25, or you can add these two numbers together and then subtract that total. Maybe we should do that way. Let's go. The B angle B will be equal to 180 subtract 32 plus 25. So angle B, that's my angle single, degree, and that will be equal to 180 subtract, that's 57. 180 subtract 57, it's 32 plus 25 is 57. And 180 subtract 50 is going to be 130. 130 subtract 7 is 123. So B, the angle B, will be equal to 123. Did I say 127? I meant 123. That's my answer there. Okay, let's look at this next one. So we'll say angle of B is going to be equal to 180, the total amount of degrees in a circle. Subtract the other two known sides added together. 57 plus 44. So 50 plus 40 is 90. 7 plus 4 is 11. 101. So the angle B will be equal to 80, 180. Subtract 101. So angle B will be equal to 79 degrees. 79 degrees. I think that looks pretty good. Sorry, just thought someone was behind me there. All right, last one. Ooh, okay. Let's do it on this side right here. So your angle B is going to be equal to 180. That's the total sum of angles. Minus 111 plus 40, which is the two known angles. So 111 plus 40, 151. So our angle B will be equal to 180 minus 151, which is going to be 30. 180 minus 150 is 30, and then minus one more, 29. B angle will be equal to 29 degrees. So let's look at these three. So we have 123, 79, and 29. 123, 79, 29. All right. I want to make sure we're doing our work correctly and showing our work. So this next section, we're finding the perimeter. So we're going to be adding some sides up, and then that'll be the perimeter. We're finding the distance around the circle, around the shape. So this first shape is a rectangle, and the perimeter, P, will be equal to length plus width plus width. Or our perimeter will be equal to 5 plus, that's a messy 5. 5 plus 5 plus, what's the width there? 3 plus 3. Our perimeter will be equal to 10 plus 6 will be equal to 16 inches. And it is a length, it's not a square. We're just talking about the total length around this circle. So it's not a square area, it's a length, 16 inches. Let's look at this next one. Again, perimeter of this rectangle will be equal to length plus width plus width, or 2 times length plus 2 times width. Perimeter will be equal to 11 plus 11 plus 8 plus 8. So that's 22 plus 8, 30 plus 8, 38. Perimeter will be equal to 38 yards. 11, 22, 30, 38. Okay. Now, triangle. It will be equal to side plus side plus side. Side 1, side 2, side 3. So in this case, our perimeter will equal 17 plus 17 plus 12. 17 and 17 is going to be 17 plus 17 is going to be 34 plus 12. Perimeter will be equal to 46 inches. Not too bad. 46 inches. Okay, let's look at numbered question D, 3D here. So this is going to be a parallelogram, and the perimeter will be equal length plus side plus side. I don't know if you'd call it, you can't call this width. This would be the width here, not this. So it'd be side plus side 1, side 2 perhaps, a length and a side. Actually don't know what the formula would be necessarily. It's a good question. But if you just add all the perimeter numbers together, you'll get your answer. So 13 plus 13 plus 9 plus 9. And we're going to get perimeter will be equal to, what's this going to be? 26 plus 9 plus 9. That's going to be 35 plus 9. And then that's going to be 44. So perimeter will be equal to 44 yards. That's our answer. Trapezoid. So again, adding the 4 numbers up together, they're nothing's equal. So there's no multiplication, top line, side 1, side 2. It's just, you got to add all of the sides together. So perimeter will be equal to 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 13. All right, so our perimeter will be equal to, let's go with these two, that will be 9 plus 6 plus 13. 13. Then our perimeter will be equal to 15 plus 13. Our perimeter will be equal to 28 inches. 28 inches. You can also, stack these up vertically if that is helpful to you. But realistically, I like kind of doing it in kind of an algebraic way where balanced equations and yeah. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at this last one here. The perimeter of this triangle will be equal to 5 plus 4 plus 2. The perimeter of this triangle will equal 9 plus 2. The perimeter of this triangle will be equal to 11 yards. Way to go, team. Moving on to section 4. We're calculating the area of the following shapes. Now, this is the most tricky one so far, because you need to remember all the formulas for these. Now, this is not super difficult because we've practiced them quite a bit, but we want to write them down and then fill in the known values. So this first one is going to be the area of this square will be equal to the length multiplied by the width. So the area of this square, or rectangle, sorry, will be equal to 4 times 5. The area of this rectangle will be equal to 20 kilometers squared. Now, because it's a square shape, we need to have those kilometers squared. B. Now, the formula is base times height. This is a parallelogram. Area will equal base times height. And because this parallelogram has a base of 10.1 and a height of 8, area will be equal to 10.1 times 8. And I'm going to say this is going to be 80.8. Area will be equal to 80.8. 10 times 8 is 80, and 0.1 times 8 is 0.8. So 80.8 meters squared. Okay. Number 3. Now, this is a triangle. Ooh, it's a triangle. So we need to go, the formula, area will be equal to base multiplied by height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. So our area will be equal to 8 times 6.7 divided by 2. And really, it doesn't matter what order you do this in. You could divide 8 by 2 to make it 4, and then multiply that by 6.7. You can multiply 8 by 6.7, then divide by 2. You can divide 6.7 by 2, and then multiply by 8. It doesn't really matter. It's going to get us to the same answer. So in this case, if I was doing it mentally, I would go 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 4 times 6.7. But because I have a calculator, which I will open right now, I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to go 8 times 2. I guess I shouldn't say properly. I'm going to do it using my calculator. 8 times, 8 times 6.7 is equal to 53.6. Now, our area will be equal to 53.6 over 2. All right, so we just calculated this shape here. And now we want to divide by 2 to get rid of this and get rid of that. All right, we just want to keep this area, this part of the triangle. That's what our dividing by 2 is. Well, I guess technically we calculated this shape. Technically. Anyway, let's do this last division by 2. Now we're going to go divide by 2 is equal to 26.8. Our area of this triangle is 26.8 miles squared. That's our answer. I just cut my 2 in half. All right, trapezoid. Formula for our trapezoid is area is equal to length 1, I'll use lowercase, length 1 plus length 2 divided by 2 times height. Our area will be equal to 12 plus 4.8 divided by 2 times 4. Now, let's do this one step at a time. Our area will be equal to 16.8 divided by 2 times 4. 16.8 divided by 2 is 8.4. Our area is equal to 8.4 times 4. And 8.4, so 8 times 4, just like 84 times 4 here. So that's 6, carry the 1, 32, 33, 3, 36, 33.6. Our area is equal to 33.6 centimeters squared. Okay, I just did like the little multiplication over here. I was trying to do it in my head, but realized that writing down would be pretty quick too. Good mental practice there. All right. Oh, another trapezoid. Let's work through this. The same formula. The area is equal to length 1 plus length 2 divided by 2 times height. So we have area is equal to 4 plus 1.6 divided by 2 times 3. Our area will be equal to 5.6 divided by 2 times 3. Our area will be equal to 28, not 28, 2.8 times 3. 70, 28. It's 90 minus 684. Yeah. Area is equal to 8.4 kilometers squared. I'm going to rewrite that in a nicer way. Kilometers squared. 8.4 kilometers squared. Cool. All right. Last one, another triangle. Area is equal to base times height. Oh, base times height. Struggling with my H's. Base times height divided by 2. So that's going to be area is equal to 3.4 times 4. 3.4 times 4 divided by 2. 34 times 4. So that's 30 times 4, which is 120 plus 16. Our area is going to be equal to 136 divided by 2. And that's 13.6 divided by 2. Yeah, 12 and 0.4 times 4 is 0.6. 13.6. Okay. 13.6 divided by 2. 50, 65, 6.5, 6.8. Area is equal to 6.8 inches squared. Okay. Not too bad so far. Okay, moving into some Pythagorean theorem. Now this is the a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Stuff we learned 2 weeks ago for my class. And the area, all right, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So we're going to have to go a squared, let's say 10 squared plus 7 squared is equal to c squared. 100 plus 49 is equal to c squared. 149 is equal to the square of c. So let's square root both sides. Something is equal to c. 149. 144 is 12. It's going to be like 12 point something, but I'm going to use my calculator. 149 square root 12.2. 12.2 is equal to c. That's our answer. 12.2. Okay. Second question for Pythagorean. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And that means 3 squared plus 8 squared is equal to c squared. 9 plus 64 is equal to c squared. Oh, I'm going to draw that better. C squared. 73 is equal to c squared. What's the closest square to 73? 9 is 81. 8 is 64. 8.3, 8.45. That's my guess. Is it 73? 73 squared. Oops. Okay. 73 square root 8.54. 8.54 is equal to c. 8.54. All right. That was kind of close with my S. I said 8.45. Not too bad. All right, so we go to C, question C here. And we are looking for the missing leg now, not the hypotenuse, not C. So we're going to go same formula. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. I'm going to say something we don't know, a number squared that we don't know. A squared plus 6 squared is equal to 9 squared, because we know C, we know C, and we know B, but we don't know A. So let's go A squared plus 36 is equal to 81. 81. So we can subtract 36 from both sides and then cancel this, and then we're left with A squared is equal to what's that, 51, 45. A squared is equal to 45. When we square root both of these numbers, we get A is equal to 30, it's between close to 7, 6.7, I'm going to say. 45 square root. 45 square root 6.78. I'm going to say 6.7. Yeah, that was 6.7. So 6.7. That's our answer right there. All right, let's look at the next one here. So find the circumference of the circles. So it's 3 to practice here. Circumference C will be equal to diameter times pi. We don't know circumference, but we do know the diameter, and we do know pi. So circumference is equal to 11.8 multiplied by 3.14. And I'm going to do that on my calculator. 11.8 times 3.14, 37.05. Circumference is equal to 37.05. The answer, feet, I guarantee the answer on the answer sheet is rounding that to 37, which is fine. All right, so now this one, first we need to figure out the diameter, which is, this is 5.8, and this here will also be 5.8. So 5.8 times 2 is going to be 11.6, which it's not the same one. 11.8 over there. 11.6. All right. Let's go through formula. Circumference is equal to diameter times pi. Circumference will be equal to 11.6 times 3.14. Circumference will be equal to 11.6 times 3.14, 36.42, 36.42 kilometers. This is just length, not square. And the last one, find circumference, gives you the full diameter here. That's perfect. Circumference is equal to diameter times pi. Circumference will be equal to diameter of 24 times 3.14. So our circumference will equal 24 times 3.14, 75.36, 75.36 miles. Miles. MI. 75.36 miles. All right. Next one. Find the area. It's our last 3 questions here. Find the area of this circle. So the area is going to be pi times the square of the radius. So this one gives us the square of the radius. So we're going to go area is equal to pi times the radius squared. So we're going to take this shape, calculate the area of this shape in square units, and then multiply it by 3 times and a bit to get an equivalent shape that has the same area as that circle. Anyway, just do the math. Area is equal to 3.14 times 6 squared. Area is equal to 3.14 times 36. Area is equal to 36 times 3.14. 103.04. 113.04. The answer sheet's going to just say 113 centimeters squared. I like to be a little more accurate. 0.4. Okay, so now we're going to have to divide this by 2 to find our radius. We only want half of that length. So it's going to be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. Equals 3. So we're going to go area is equal to pi times radius squared. Area will be equal to 3.14 times 3 squared. Area is equal to 3.14 times 9. Area is equal to 27 something. 3.14 times 9 is equal to 28.26. 28.26 feet squared. And this last one, C, area is equal to pi times r squared. Area is equal to 3.14 times 7 squared. Area is equal to 3.14 times 49. Area is equal to 3.14 times 49. 153.86. 153.86 kilometers squared, and that is it. I hope that helped. Hope that makes sense. That's a good review. Hope you're getting ready for your test coming up, and math it up.